Good morning, guys. Hope you enjoyed this workout, and I will see you guys again on Friday for our HIIT class, live and in person for that one. All right, let's get ourselves warmed up. We're going to start with a jump, okay? Just right here. You can also do a march if you're not feeling ready. Move those feet that fast just yet. Whatever your body needs to do this morning. Arms are pumping. Nice. Just a little longer. Okay, so we're going to be doing an alternating toe touch. Okay, so we're going to step forward, tap, step back, back, step forward, reach. Okay, here we go. Put up. You don't actually have to touch that toe. Just reaching for it. Standing nice and tall as that leg comes up. That's right. Do 3 more each side. 2. 1, finish the other side. All right, bring your feet hip width apart, okay? I'm gonna do a squat pulse, stand it up, feet out, squat pulse. Bring feet in, squat pulse. Bring feet out, squat pulse, okay? So keep going in and out, and in and out. Warm up those legs. We're going. Finish on this next in. Stand up. Let's jog again. Okay. Picking up those feet. Pumping those arms. This time around, let's add some circles with the arms. Circle the other direction. Out and across. I was just gonna go stop our son making a smoothie. She's being nice, but then it's like really weird combinations. Bless his heart. All right, we're gonna do an alternating toe touch. So step, reach, step back, back, step, reach, step back, back. Standing nice and tall. 2 more each side, okay? So 2 and 1. All right. Come together with those feet hip width apart. We're going to do 2 squat pulses, and then you can either step out, we can jump it out, 2 squat pulses. In, 2 squat pulses. Out. Okay? So you can either step it out like we did the first time, or you can jump it out. Feels good. Keep it going. Do 1 more. In, finish, out. All right. Step touch here for a second. I'm going to warm up the back real quick. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. To bring our hands to our thighs. Here we go, up. Down, look forward. On up. Down and look forward. Keep it going. Give me 1 more. And this next one, tuck that chin. Roll on up. Head to the last thing up. Nice. You're going to need some dumbbells for today. And if you happen to have a circular mini band at home, grab that too. If you don't, that's totally fine. You can still do the exercises without it. This will just give a little extra resistance to 2 of the exercises today. As far as dumbbells go, we're going to be doing goblet squats, bicep curls, skull crushers, a dumbbell pullover, and renegade rows. So I don't have any lightweights. I kind of have mid-range and heavy. Okay? Just going to check one thing. real quick. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to start with goblet squats. We're going to be holding a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells if you want to add extra weight to it at chest. So that can look, let me show you with 1 versus 2. You can hold it like this. I like to palm mine. Another way to hold it is to hold it right here at chest. And if you feel like your weights aren't heavy enough and you want to do 2 of them, bring both of them together and hold at chest, okay? So as far as the squat goes, our feet are about hip width apart, toes are turned ever so slightly out. You come down, squat, bring the elbows toward the knees, and stand it up, okay? We'll do 10 of these. Here we go. And up, sitting back in that imaginary chair. Get going. Way. Sure you're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bicep curls are going to be next, okay? You need to grab a different weight. For that, go ahead and grab it. So we're going to do some hammer curls today. That means that the weights are parallel to the feet, and we keep them that way as we curl up. Okay, so we curl up and down. Make sure your wrists are nice and strong. We're going. 3. Halfway. Taking it nice and slow, really feeling that motion. 2 more. And 1 more. Again. We're going to be coming to the floor for our next couple exercises. So you can have the dumbbells kind of nearby so you can reach them. We're going to be doing some skull crushers first. That targets the triceps. Okay, so usually your triceps are a little weaker than your biceps. So I'm going to grab a slightly lighter dumbbell. I'm going to keep these nearby though, because we're going to be doing some pullovers next. All right. So for the skull crushers, we come down to the ground. We're going to bend the knees, feet are on the floor. Make sure I'm on camera. Technical issues. All right, there we go. So feet are on the floor, knees are bent. How this is going to work is the arms come up above the head. I'm going to show you with 1 dumbbell, and then I'll show you with 2. So you can use 1 dumbbell with the weight in between the hands like this. We're going to bend the elbows and straighten. You want to think of the upper arm being just sort of frozen in time. Okay, so bending, bring it towards the forehead, and straightening it back up. You can also use 2 dumbbells. Just want to make sure that the hands track at the same rate, okay? So you bend and you straighten back up. Again, really trying to phrase out the upper arm. All right, so we will do 10 of these. Take it overhead, bend at the elbow, and straighten up. Bend at the elbow, and straighten up. Keep it going. Halfway. Really press that low back into the floor. Give me 2 more. And 1 more. Very good. Okay, so the next one is also down on the floor. Same options apply. You can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. I'm going to grab one of my heavier ones for right now. I'm going to show you. Now, don't get this move confused with the one that we just did. It's different. We're working different muscles. We're going to lay down, arms come up like we just finished a chest press. We have a slight bend in the elbows. We don't want them to be locked out. We're going to take the hands overhead. I need some space. We're going to take the hands overhead, and with that slight bend, they come all the way over. They almost touch the floor. We pull back up, okay? So it's a nice controlled lowering, and then a pull up. Same with the skull crushers. We want to press that low back into the floor. With this one, we're kind of trying to target our lats, which kind of come under the armpit and up the back. Okay. Bring those hands up in the air, grab your weight. You can also do this with 2 weights, the same way skull crushers had 2 options with 1 or 2 dumbbells, okay? All right, so grab the weight or 2 of them. Bring those hands up above the chest, slight bend in the elbows. Take it overhead, pull back up to the top. Overhead, pull back up to the top, okay? Nice and controlled. Keep it going. Press that low back into the floor. I'm halfway through mine. Keep it going. 2 more. And 1. Very good. Let's sit up. We're going to be flipping over for our next one. We're going to be doing some renegade rows. Okay? So I'm going to be using some dumbbells for mine. You're welcome to use dumbbells. You're welcome to do these body weight. You're going to be coming to a plank position. You can either come into a high plank position, or you can also do plank on your knees. So let me show you each option real quick. Make sure I have 2 dumbbells of the same weight. Perfect. Okay, so be on your knees here. We just want to make sure that, we're not poking our butt up and we're like actually on all fours. So we're actually in that plank, okay? We're going to row one side and row the other. If you're doing the option on your toes, you come up to that high plank. You can bring those feet nice and wide, and you really want to dig those toes into the floor, okay? And we'll row one side and then the other. So we'll do 10 of these. Here we go. Press into those toes or those knees if you're on your knees. I'm halfway there. Keep it going. One more. Nice. When you're done, you come to those knees. Take a deep breath while you're still going. Keep it up. Whew. Nice job, guys. Next 2 exercises are ones where if you have that mini band, you can grab it. I'm going to grab mine. We're going to be taking the band above the knees. Okay. If you don't have a mini band, you'll do the same move, just no mini band. Okay. So I'm going to take my mini band over my feet, bring it up the legs, above the knees, try and flatten it out as best I can. The first exercise we're going to do is clamshells. I'm going to give you 2 ways to do it. So way 1 is the way that everybody's probably done a clamshell before. You come down, you can either support the head or you can lay all the way down. Feet are touching and we open up and we come back down, okay? So this is option 1 right here. Option 2, if you want to advance this a little bit, is you're actually going to come up to a modified side plank. So I come up to that elbow and I'm right here on that bottom leg, the knee is bent. We open up to the top, we come back down. Harder because you're also holding a side plank at the same time. All right, so I'm going to do that modified side plank variation. You're welcome to keep it on the floor. Same option applies with no band, okay? Just gives more resistance. All right, so come up or lay on the side, stack those knees, okay? We're gonna open and close, open and close. If you are in that modified side plank, make sure that elbow is under the shoulder. Keep it going. Halfway. Keep breathing. Two and 1. Then we'll do the other side, okay? So we'll flip it over. Stack those legs. When I come up, okay? Open and close. Let burn. 1 more. 2 and 1. Bring it down. Woo! I'm I'm feeling that. All right. So the next one is going to be a bridge variation. Again, if you have a band, great. You can add it for extra resistance. If you don't, totally fine. I'm going to lay down, knees bent, feet on the floor. I'm going to take and put my palms so they're up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift up into that bridge. We're going to do a marching bridge. So knee comes towards chest, knee comes towards chest. Again, if you don't have a band, just do the march, no band, okay? We'll do 10 each knee. Here we go. So we lift, we hold at the top as we march and march. My band is traveling down my legs, which is actually making every one of these easier. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right. No band needed for this next one. Time to, when we go around, I'll move my camera so you have a better view of me down here on the floor. All right. So what we're going to do for this next one is going to be a push-up variation. I'm going to give you some options to really take this up a notch. It's going to be a push-up plus a bird dog. So if you do your push-ups on your knees, you'll be right here, push up on the knees, come to that all fours position, and do that. Right into my couch again. And do that bird dog where you take one arm, one leg up straight. Okay? If you want to take it up a notch, we're going to do this from, regular push-up position. And then from that plank, you have the option of reaching. If you're not quite there yet with the plank, we give you some modification. So this is what the high option will look like. You do your push-up, you come up, raise the foot, raise the arm, raise the foot, raise the arm, and then push up again. Now, if you're not quite there yet, a couple of things you can do. You could choose to just lift the feet or just do a reach if you're kind of in between. So you do push up and maybe a leg lift and a leg lift, or a reach and a reach. So one more option, I can give you so many options, and I'll let you choose. One more option is to do your push-up and bird dog on an elevated surface. So I'm like here on my sofa, do that push-up, I reach, and I reach, okay? If you are doing it on a surface like a sofa, it adds a little bit of a balance challenge because it's soft. A harder surface like a coffee table or even a wall, and then you can kind of play with the incline, would be a little bit more stable, okay? So we're going to do 10 push-ups. We're counting the push-ups. If you're not to 10 push-ups yet, do what you can, whether that's 9, whether that's 8, even 7. Just try and push yourself a little bit. Do the push-up and then whatever bird dog variation you can, okay? All right, here we go. Nice and stable on the plank. Get going. And 4 more. These are hard. This is my last one. You're still going. Got this. Finish it off. Finish it strong. When you're done, get back into child's pose. Take some nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can grab a sip of water. Okay? We're going to do that again. Easy peasy, right? So those are all the exercises we'll be doing today. Right now, grab a sip of water. Take some deep breaths. My water's over here. I'll come back on screen in a second, I promise. Not leaving. breath. Switching my britches up. And fix my socks, and then we'll get going again. Okay? You know all the exercises now. You have a feel for how they feel in your body. Second time through, you know, you can take it up a notch. You can take it back a step where you're really struggling that first round. Listen to your body, do what you need to do. I'm going to start with goblet squats, okay? You can grab 1 or 2 weights, or even body weight if you don't feel like adding weights. If you have weights, we're holding them at chest. Okay. Got my 2 weights. Toes are split, turned ever so slightly out. Okay? Go. Down, and up. Down, and up. Keep it going. Sure you're breathing. Extra points for smiling as always. Halfway. Sit back. Two more. And one more. Very good. Stand it up. Bicep curls are next. You can grab a different weight, or if you were using one weight, you can grab the second one. I'll give you a few seconds to grab that, set it up. Remember, we're doing hammer curls. We're going to stand, feet about hip width apart. Weights are going to stay parallel to those legs. Okay, here we go. Curl it up, straighten down, nice and controlled. Keep it going. 5 more. 2 more. 1 more. All right. So we're going to be coming to the floor for those floor exercises, skull crushers, dumbbell pulls, or renegade row, really all the rest of the exercises. I'm going to adjust the camera really quick so we have more of a view of me on the floor. I don't have an auto camera here at home, so it just moves with me as I talk, you know. All right, so we'll start with the skull crushers, working the triceps. Remember, you can hold 1 dumbbell in between both hands, or you can take 2 dumbbells and just make sure that the hands are tracking the same. This one where elbows are locked out, so they straighten and bend, except you're laying down. All right? Grab those weights, lay down. Knees are bent, feet are on the ground. Press that low back into the floor. Hands come up, bend at the elbows and straighten. Bend at the elbows and straighten. Keep it going. Halfway. Almost there. 2 more. First interval, you're already done. Unless you're going faster than me. Then we're going to do the dumbbell pullovers. Same thing. You can use 1 dumbbell, which I'm going to grab 1 heavier dumbbell, or you can do 2 dumbbells. Just make sure they track the same. Okay. With this one, we keep the arms straight, but with that slight bend, they come over above the head, and they pull back up with a little bit of force. Okay. Lay down. Same position as the skull crushers for starters. Slight bend in the elbows. Take it overhead, pull it up. Overhead, pull it up. Keep it going. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Nice job, guys. So we're going to flip over. I'm going to do our renegade rows. Okay, you can do that from your knees. You can do that from your toes. You could elevate it on the surface if you have a surface you don't mind putting your dumbbells on. Okay, but we're coming to that plank. Knees, toes elevated. We roll one side and then the other. Doing 10 rows each arm. Let's that line up. share enough space. There we go. All right. Very strong hip plank. You can bring those feet nice and wide. Press those toes into the floor. Row. And row. Keep it going. Sure you're breathing. And halfway. Got one more set. When you're done, you can come to those knees. Take a few deep breaths. We're going to set the weights to the side. Then we're going to do our exercises where we use the band, the optional band. Okay? Those are hard ones. Take my band, put it above my knees. We're starting with clamshells. Okay? So you can elevate those in that modified side plank. You can put them down on the ground. Okay? So it's either here or here. Okay? All right. We're going to open and close for 10. Open and close. Keep it going. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. All right. And we'll flip it around to the other side. And then lay down. We're coming from that modified side plank. Open and close for 10. Halfway. One more. Come down. The next one is the marching bridge. You can keep those bands with you. I noticed last time that my band kind of started traveling down my legs as I did these. That just happens sometimes. I'm going to start mine as high as I can, so hopefully I don't get too far down. All right, so we'll lift up into that bridge. Okay, march towards the chest, towards the chest. Keep it going. Halfway. Three, 2, it's traveling, and 1. All right, bring me down. Band is going to come on. All right. The next one is that hard one. It's the push-ups with the bird dog. You can be doing a bird dog plank. You can be coming back to the knees and doing a bird dog there. And everybody's timing on this is really going to vary. So I might give a little bit extra time at the end. If you're ready to go, you can start going while I'm still talking. I'm going to grab a sip of water, and then I'm going to start doing mine. Okay? Remember, if you're kind of in between, you can do a push-up on the toes, but you're not quite there to where you're doing a 2-point plank with an arm raise and a leg raise. You can just raise a leg or just raise an arm. Okay? You can also do push-ups from your knees, bird dogs from your knees, all those same wonderful options. But none of them are wonderful. They're making you stronger, though, I promise. Okay? All right. So the push-up, then that reach, and reach. Keep it going. Everybody's pace will be different. We'll get extra time at the end. Got 2 more. You need to rest for a second. Come back. Always an option. These are no joke though. Keep going. When you're done, sit back in child's pose. Take a deep breath. You're still going. Awesome job. When you feel ready for it, get a sip of water. Okay? And take some nice deep breaths. You want to slow that breathing down. I'm going to stand it up. Just going to keep my feet moving. Open my arms, bring my arms across. Just kind of stretching out that chest a little bit. You can circle the arms. Really whatever feels good. We're going to be doing our last time through the circuit. Okay? So I want us to feel, as fresh as we can without waiting, 24 hours. Okay? As fresh as we can in a 1-hour class. So we're going to just keep moving those feet, shaking those arms out. Deep breaths, okay? Keep going. You can fully rest gentle. Okay. You're not going to feel as fresh as you did on round 1, but we do want to make sure that we're a little bit rested. Okay. Be patient. Resting is part of the process. Also need a little time to get over the shock we put them through. All right. So we'll start with goblet squats at the top. That's where you can grab 1 or 2 weights, hold them at chest. You can grab 0 weights if you just want to do body weight goblet squats, okay? I'm going to grab 2 of my dumbbells, and I'm holding them at my chest. We're going to turn our toes just like ever so slightly out. Okay? We're going to sit back to that imaginary chair, elbows coming towards the thighs. Okay? Squeezing the glutes at the top. Halfway. I myself to almost sit on that sofa. And 1 more. All right. Next up is bicep curls. If you need to weights, the ones you're holding, go ahead and grab them. Remember, we're doing hammer curls. Weights stay parallel to the feet, to the legs. Okay? Up, down, up, and bring it down. We're being really deliberate and controlled about these curls. Makes it harder. Make sure muscles work harder. Halfway. Three, 2, and 1. We'll be coming to the floor for the rest of the exercises, starting with skull crushers, dumbbell pullovers. Okay? Grab 1 or 2 weights for those skull crushers, wherever your body is feeling ready. Put my weights away from my feet. Okay. Lay down, arms come up. We're going to bend at the elbow. So bend, weights either come towards the forehead if you're using 1, or towards the ears if you're using 2. Bend and straighten. Halfway. 2, and 1. All right, so then we'll do the dumbbell pullover. You can use 1 heavy dumbbell, or you can use 2 lighter ones. I like to use 1 heavy one. Hold it between my hands. bodies are probably getting shaky, they're tired. If you need to slow down the pace, feel free to do so. All right, so we're going to grab that one dumbbell. Still think about pressing that low back into the floor. You're going to bring the arm overhead like we just finished the chest press. Slight bend in the elbow. Take the arms overhead and back up to the top and then scooch forward a bit. There we go. And back up to the top. Keep it going. I've got 3 more. And 1 more. Very good. All right. Got another set, our final set. Remember that, of renegade rows. Renegade rows are a tough exercise, but I swear they're so good for us. They're good for our core. They're good for our back and our arms. All right. So we'll be flipping over, knees or toes for that plank. Go on one side and then take a deep breath. Tell yourself that you can do this, okay? And then come to that plank, either on the knees or on the toes. Row and row. That's taking the floor with those feet or those knees. And halfway. Keep it going. I've got one more set. You're still going. Keep it going. Okay, next, strong arms. Think about that plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs. When you're done, deep breaths. Grab a sip of water. Feel free to do so. Okay, you can just shake it out. You can. The next 2 exercises are going to take, your legs and glute focus. But then we will finish with those brutal push-ups plus first up. Weights are, we're done with the weights for today. Do you have a mini band? Grab it. An option of adding it to these next 2 exercises. Starting with clamshells. So you can either do clamshells where you're on your side lying on the ground, or you can elevate into that modified side plank, wherever you are at in your clamshell journey. Okay? Mole's laughing at me over here.
Clamshell journey.
Clamshell journey. That's right, guys. All right, so I'm going to come to that modified side plank. We're going to open and close. Open and close. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Down. We'll go to the other side. Either side lying or come up to that modified side plank. Open and close for 10. Here we go. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Whew, come down. I felt the burn on that one. All right, marching bridge is next. Okay. I'm going to give you a third option for using the band, if you'd like, for this one. If you're having a lot of problems with it around the thighs and you want to try this one, it's harder. You lift up into that bridge and then you march here. Okay, so it's stuck around the feet. So that's an option too. You can also just do 0 band. Okay, totally fine. All right, here we go. I'm going to march and march. All right, I didn't give this option sooner. Some of you are like, I'm glad you didn't. That way, or at least Noel's glad I didn't.
They're the night hairs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm wearing pants. That's not as much of a problem. One more set. All right. We're done with those. That means we just have one exercise between us and our, we're gonna do some mobility and stretching afterwards. But you all know what the exercise is, right? You know what the exercise is, Noel? It's the push-up plus the bird dog. He must have blocked that out of his memory because he doesn't want to do them. So take your time, do whatever option you need to. If you need to do less than 10, that's totally fine. It's a really brutal move, okay? I'm not so sure I want to do them either, but I want to get it over with. So here we go. All right. So the push-up, and then either bird dog on the knees or from that plank. Keep it going. Take your muscles. Pace it at your own pace. You can take a little quick break. You always can. You guys do more. When you're done, sit back in child's pose. If you're not done, keep it up. Finish it off. You got this. You are done now. Sit back. Take a few deep breaths. All right, if you need a sip of water, grab a sip of water. Then we'll do a few mobility exercises and we'll stretch. Mobility and stretching, they kind of run into one another. They're somewhat related. Mobility is just being able to move, right? And sometimes it does involve a little bit of stretching of muscles and things, tendons around those joints. So we've done this one before. We're going to come down to the floor. We're going to take one leg in front, one leg behind. And as much as possible, mine are not, let me get back, mine are not like a perfect 90, but that's kind of where we're trending, okay? It's towards that 90. For me, I can feel a stretch in this back hip as I do this, okay? But that's not the purpose here. We're working on hip mobility. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my hand, bring it behind, center, and rotate over to that other side where I'm now trying to make, you know, again, not a perfect, but a 90-90. We're going to go back and forth. Take it at your own speed, okay? You need to be really slow and intentional. You can. You can speed it up. Go ahead. One side, and then the other. One more each side. And bring it back to the start. Very good. All right, we're going to come to a down dog, do a little bit of mobility there, and then head into our stretch. So from down dog, we're going to be lifting up one leg to three-legged dog. We're going to be bringing that knee under the body towards the nose. So it looks like this. I'm in down dog. I lift up a leg to three. I come through, knee towards nose, and back up, okay? Join me here. Down dog, lift one leg, knee comes under towards nose, and back up. Two more. 2, And one. Okay, bring those feet back to the center. Recenter that down dog. Bring one leg up. Bring it under, knee towards nose, and back up. Two more. And one. Nice. Return to down dog. We're going to pedal those feet, okay? One foot, and then the other. Stretch out those calves. Hang in here with me. Now press both heels towards the floor. Fold. Now come to those knees. We're going to thread the needle, okay? Sorry if my meeting is like, if you're the only person in this meeting, are you sure you want to continue? Yes, meeting, I do. All right. We're going to come back to center. We're going to thread the needle. Here's the eye. Bring the arm through. Mean as much or as little into it feels good. And breathe. Back to center. Let's take this other arm through. Lean into it as much or as little as feels good. Center. We're going to come back to all fours. We're going to do some cat cow. So we're going to round down, up, down, up. Feel free to take this as slow as you need to. Whatever feels good to your body. One more. All right. Then we're going to have a seat for a second. Keep those knees bent here for a second. And we're going to take the hands behind. And we're just going to lean, open up that chest. Okay, feeling a stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. You can play with it with what feels good. Just try and relax into it. Hold a little longer. And sit up. All right, we're going to take one leg out, press that other leg over, hug that knee towards our chest. We're going to do a little spinal twist. I'm going to take an arm behind, look over that shoulder. And come back to center. Let's cross this one over, hug it towards the chest, take that other arm behind and look over the shoulder. Come back to center. All right, we're going to come to a modified further. One knee bent. Bring the arm across. Other arm comes down, reaching for, shin, ankle, toe, knee, whatever. Let's sit up and take it to that other side. Other leg comes out. And this one in front. Arm comes across and reach down. And sit up. We're going to lay down on the ground. Going to do some of my favorite stretches. That's what we do them every time. Going to hug one knee towards the chest. Going to hold here for 3 breaths. We're going to breathe in and out, in and out. Final one, in and out. Take that opposite hand, grab that knee. We're going to gently pull it across the body, having a nice rotation through the spine, a nice stretch through the glute. Deep breath. Bring that knee back to center. Take that leg down to the ground. We're going to bring this knee up. 3 breaths. Take in and out. In and out. Final one, in and out. Take the opposite hand. Grab that knee and gently float across the body. Bring this knee back to center. Bring that other knee up too. Hug both knees. Hug them nice and wide. If you're wanting a deeper stretch today, you can take those feet up into happy baby. As either option, you can add that rocking motion. But only if it feels good. Good luck on all of us. All right, we're going to do figure 4. Release the feet or the knees, cross an ankle over that opposite thigh. Wrap the hands around that bottom leg. Grab it and gently pull. With stretching, everything should be gentle. Nothing should be forced. Nothing should feel like you're going to tear something, hurt yourself. If it does, try and, pull back a little bit. Look for ways to modify. You can always let me know and I can give you some suggestions. Release, switch to the other side, grab the bottom leg and gently pull. Release. Bring those feet down to the floor. Grab the backs of the legs and gently pull yourself up. Let's have a seat. We're going to stretch our triceps. Bring that elbow up towards the ceiling. Grab it and gently pull. Try and sit tall as you do this. Nice deep breaths. Let's switch into the other side. That elbow comes up, you grab it, and you gently pull. And release. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this one. We're going to bring hands in front. Interlace those fingers. Push them away from us. We're going to round the shoulders and look down towards the floor as you push those hands out, stretching and lengthening the shoulders all the way through the hand. Now take these hands up overhead. Stretch again, straight up, lengthening. Feel all the way, all on the back, up through the arms, the hands. Release. Let's roll the wrists as they come down. Roll them the other way. Shake them out. And let's do one deep breath together. Okay, let's inhale our arms up. Exhale our arms down. Awesome. Thanks for joining me. I will see you guys live Friday from the gym for our HIIT class. Have a good week.